heroes welcome this afternoon at San Diego International Airport. A plane full of World War II veterans came back from touring the memorials in Washington, D.C.
But it was more than just to welcome home, a time rather to give them free wheelchairs many so desperately need. Gary Gazelle back from the airport now, live in our newsroom with more about this emotional homecoming. Gary.
John and Brooke, Honor Flight San Diego has been taking World War II veterans to the memorials in Washington, D.C. for many years now. But thanks to a joint effort with the Knights of Columbus, many are heading home with a brand new wheelchair. These veterans have just arrived back in San Diego after what many say was a trip of a lifetime.
It could be some of these veterans' last trip ever on a plane, so it's very special. The urgency is there.
To see the World War II and other memorials in our nation's capital.
I don't cheer up very easy, but that did it.
Colonel Harry Dickinson served in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. He describes his reaction when he saw the Korean War Memorial.
Really overwhelmed by that. That was a sobering affair. You're not looking at one statue, you're looking at a whole, like a patrol is what it was.
Colonel Dickinson sits in his yellow wheelchair like many of these other vets that are coming home. These wheelchairs were given to the vets free of charge by the Knights of Columbus under their American Wheelchair Mission Program.
We raised $560,000, the most of any state jurisdiction within the Knights of Columbus Order.
It certainly helped out a lot.
Very much so.
California is leading this program to take care of the veterans that are here in California.
You asked for a new wheelchair, sir?
The wheelchairs are provided to these vets, no questions asked, providing much relief since going through the VA isn't that easy.
You can certainly get a wheelchair through the VA, but certainly they've got to go through a lot of red tape.
As World War II veteran Betty Gilby sat in her new wheelchair, she told me the story of being a woman service member in the 1940s.
It was very difficult.
Betty worked in the kitchen of a military hospital.
I was only there for morale and not to do anything to them, nothing for the cooks. Well, the first thing I did was teach them that that's not true.
A trailblazer for women of today in the military.
Keep at it. Don't give up.
Our boys, something I'll never forget. I still dream about it.
Matthew Ford Jr., another wheelchair recipient, reflected on his days at Omaha Beach and at the Battle of the Bulge.
I almost had tears in my eyes.
Honor, respect, and care for our greatest generation, never forgetting what they have done for us.
Thank you so much for all your service.
Thank you, sir. Welcome home.
Now, the Knights of Columbus will be donating 290 more wheelchairs to Father Joe's warehouse in Otay Mesa, and that's on the 29th. Also, Honor Flight San Diego will be expanding their program. Now they're going to include Vietnam veterans. That'll be starting next year. Lots of good stuff coming. John and Brooke, back to you.
So great they do that. Thanks, Gary.